a great actor once working with him once said to me, and don't let him ever catch you acting. So, that's the best advice listen well, listen to the other actors, and try not to let the camera ever catch you acting.
The target will be here in a couple of days. Get your holiday time in now.
Aren't you hot?
Very.
Perfecto for the beach. I'm Gloria.
Wilson. I mean, I usually play characters, you say, that, talk a lot more than this and have a lot more sort of, if you like, are more an antagonist than a protagonist.
What do you do?
Security. I deal mainly with business.
So why are you here? Just making sure everything's in order?
I worked with Gonzalo. I did a movie called The Hollow Point back in 2014 with Gonzalo. We got on very well. It's a rather good movie. If he'd been allowed to edit it the way he wanted, it would be even better. But that's the story of Hollywood. This is the difference between that and this movie, which is a movie which I was very proud to, be part of the production team on. The fact is, he contacted me early and I had the script it's about 2015. He contacted me and said, got this script by Nacho Ferner, who's got this hitman on this island, whatever, are you interested? And we talked. And over the next couple of years, because we all had other projects to do, we talk about it, and the script got richer and richer. And we finally got the budget in 2000, late 2020, 2021, and we had a period of time to make the movie, and we made it. And the difference between this and other movies is this is an independent movie, which, you've been given money to make the film that you want to make. And you can only blame yourself if it isn't the film that comes out with that you wanted to make. But luckily, my producing partner, Mike Elliott, me, Nacho, the writer, Gonzalo, and especially thanks to the other actors, we're on the same page. When we came out with this movie, which I'm enormously proud of.
This ship, the American Star.
It's on the other side of the island. Do you always go on holiday alone?
I like meeting people.
They say there are three sorts of people in Fuerteventura. Those who live here, tourists, and those who are running from something.
I don't live here.
And you don't look like a tourist.
He's a government operative who goes to an island to do a job. It's not exactly prepared the way he wanted it. He stays on the island, first mistake. And then he gets drawn into situations by other characters. And at the end of the 3 or 4 days he's there, something happens which is cataclysmic, which is unforeseen, but actually foreseen because it's a European noir movie. I mean, it follows certain rules.
Rule number 1, the less you know about the target, the better.
I've been told to stay on the island.
I work alone.
Think of me as the wind beneath your wings.
Was that a dream? Was it real? But did it take you somewhere for 2 hours? Did it take you somewhere else? And did the characters make you think about something else for 2 hours instead of, are you still thinking about it a few days later? Yeah, I still think about, a couple of things about, it makes you think about life, not just about the characters, but what they have to say to each other in the various generations. The kid who's outside, dad snores, who's outside his hotel room. The girl who he bumps into, who likes the ship, which reminds him of when he was in the war, the Falklands. The kid that's the son of the best friend who thinks at the end, have I turned this kid into a monster? Have I been responsible for this? Whatever. And the denouement, which is violent, but has to happen. And who has to die? It makes you think about a lot of things. And it makes you think about films, which is, making them. I love making them, love talking about them. And I'm very proud of this one.
The reason of her interest in you is that you remind her of her father.
What are you doing? Rita, he knows the target. The one you're involved with.
I'm not involved with anybody.
Don't lie to me!
Sometimes a script is, at a certain time, things that are personal. I mean, I'm talking about jobs now that are really personal to you. You know, other jobs which people say, "Why did you?" I always think of that great. I said this the other day, Michael. When people talk about obscure things in your career, Michael Caine was once asked why he did Jaws 4 by an interviewer saying, "Well, Michael, why the English? Why did you do Jaws 4, Michael?" And Michael said, instead of replying, he said, "I'll tell you what. I'll show you a picture of the beautiful house it bought in Beverly Hills." It's like there's reasons why you do certain jobs, be they financial, be they at the time where you are in a situation. But films like this, which come to you as a bare bones asking from a director that you love working with once, a script that intrigues you, that you have a chance to be part of, that you have a chance to fashion the film in a certain way and work with a director. And the creative process takes on other things, just not because you're the actor in it, but you're allowed certain other considerations, which is to be part of the script, to be part of a group working. I mean, the way films are made in Europe is very much of like a socialist experiment, independent movies, in the best sense. In the best sense, I mean, not every film is a socialist movie, but it is. You're dependent on the people you work with, the cinematographer, especially on films like this, the wardrobe, the makeup, and you're a tight unit. You move around. And that's why at the end of the day, when you look and you go, wow, that's a really special time in your life.
Rule number one! Let's go!
I don't think no one!
I'll finish this job.
Talking about European movies, it's one of the European, wasn't a movie, but he worked with an Italian master, Franco Zeffirelli. What do you remember of him?
Oh, Zeffirelli. I mean, we did Jesus of Nazareth. I mean, Franco, they had to take the camera out of his hand at the end because he refused to give it up. He didn't want to stop filming. And I remember the last shot was, the last time was Franco being killed. "No, Franco, give me the camera." Franco refused. "No, I want the camera. I want one more shot. I want to do something more." That is Zeffirelli, who was, I mean, in those days, Zeffirelli was amazing. I mean, Franco was a designer to begin with. That he was Visconti's assistant, and he was extraordinary. I mean, he differed from the other Italians at the time, like Pasolini, who was a great socialist director. I mean, Franco was a hedonist and loved it and was probably right wing, but it doesn't matter about that. It matters the fact that he comes from a long artistic profession. And he comes from that glorious period of neorealism in Italian cinema, which is one of my favorites, and they carry on from there. I mean, and despite some of his films, he was being like, if you like, Hollywood tearjerker. Now he's probably been reviled for saying he did some terrible things with, young people. Now he's sort of known more for like, what is it? They come up with all this, he was, difficult. He was terrific. I mean, he gave Romeo and Juliet was great. He was the first on the London stage to put Romeo and Juliet, to make them young people, He was the first guy to actually, and in the film, there was 16 and 15, I think, when they were Romeo and Juliet. I mean, he was a great innovator and a great, great charismatic character. And, I had my moments with him, but I loved him.